So, welcome to this session. Yesterday we were talking about nuclear fission. It releases a lot of energy. Okay. Now, basically, in this, what happens is you have a uranium 235 nucleus, which is being hit by a slow moving neutron, and in this process, you have three nuclei which are released. Now, these will be hitting another available uranium U-235 nuclei, and in the process they will be creating three more nuclei like this. They will be releasing this. So this process will continue. Okay. So initially one nucleus was there, it became 3, and 3 became 333. How much? 9. Then it became 27. That means it is 3 power 0, 3 power 1, 3 power 2, 3 power 3. That is, this is in GP. Okay. Now, and in each process, this coming and hitting here, this coming and hitting here, how much energy is released? 200 million electron volts of energy is getting released. Alright. So you can imagine how much energy is involved in this process. Now, the process of releasing this nuclei, and it is again hitting some other unstable nuclei, and this whole thing can convert into a chain reaction. Okay. So we have a term called reproduction constant K, which is equal to the n present values divided by n previous. What is this? N means number of nucleus present in the reaction, and previous means number of nuclei created previously. Alright. Now this, it depends upon this K value. Now let us say K value can be less than 0, K can be equal to 1, K can be greater than 1. Only these three possibilities. If K is less than 1, K is less than 1, K is equal to 1, or K greater than 1, because K is basically a ratio. If K is less than 1, it is subcritical. Okay. K is less than 1, it is subcritical. Now K is 1 means the reaction is happening in a controlled way, and this is supercritical. This is supercritical. Alright. Now what is the meaning of this? See, every time if this goes out of control, then what will happen? This nucleus, 3 power 1, 3 power 2, 3 power 3, 3 power 4, 3 power 5, like that, so many nuclei will be created, and so many nucleus it will hit uranium U-235, and it will convert into an explosion. Tremendous amount of energy will be released. It's an uncontrolled nuclear fission reaction, which is nothing but an atom bomb. Just I will zoom it over here. This is nothing but an atom bomb. Okay. And this is not funny. The whole nuclear reaction will convert into an atom bomb, and it can blast. A city can be gayab. So doing this chain reaction in a controlled way is what is done in a nuclear reactor. Okay. So what they do is, here you see 1 is creating 3. Okay. And in this 3 you see 1 is creating these 3. This. By some process, if you stop this, then again 1 will create 3. Then you will stop this. Alright. So what is happening? Every time 1 is participating in the reaction. So that type of thing is called a controlled chain reaction. Okay. So in this process also you are creating tremendous amount of energy, and that energy can be used for electricity purpose. So this is done in a nuclear reactor. So let us see the schematic diagram of a nuclear reactor. So understood how this can go out of control? It depends upon this K value. See, here the number is 3. So 3 divided by 1. So here it is 9 by 3. Here it is 27 by 3. So what is happening? K is more than 1, no? So like that, if you allow this to happen, it will convert it to a massive uncontrolled chain reaction, and huge amount of energy will be released. In each process, 200 mega electron volts is released. What is mega? 200 into 10 power 6 electron volts of energy is released in one fission process. Alright. See, nuclear fission happens because you are bombarding, there is this unstable uranium nucleus is there, you are bombarding with a neutron. Alright. Now this has to be slow moving. Then how do you make this slow moving? Actually, this has to be a slow moving neutron. Then the process will be good. So this fast moving neutrons have to be slowed down. So for this we use a moderator. The normally used moderators are water, heavy water, and graphite. These are the usually used moderators. What these moderators do? This fast moving neutrons, they will make into a slow moving neutron, and it will help the nuclear fission process. Alright. Now here we can use a electron or a proton also. No? Why we are not using a proton? Because this nucleus basically is a positively charged core. If you try to bombard it with a proton, what will happen? The proton will repulse. No? Proton is positive. This is also positive. You need a electrically neutral material. So neutron is a electrically neutral material. That's why we are using neutron for bombarding. And also this neutron has more penetrating power. See, this neutron is not creating nuclear fission. I told you yesterday. What will happen is, when you bombard U-235 with a single neutron, it is creating a compound version of uranium, which is highly unstable. So it is breaking down on its own. So that is why nuclear fission is happening. Nuclear fission is not happening because you are heating with a neutron. No, it is only triggers the process. This neutron is only triggering the process. So let us see the schematic diagram of a nuclear reactor. Now in a nuclear reactor, basically it is what? A controlled chain reaction. Basically a nuclear reactor is a controlled chain reaction. So this is your reactor vessel. This is also called a primary loop. Alright. So in this, what they do is, this uranium U-235, what you are calling, what is this? This is called a nuclear fuel. Alright. So in this, these nuclear fuel in terms of cylindrical rods, they are kept like this. And there is water here. And here you have this one more arrangement called control rods. What they do, I'll tell you. Alright. Now here what happens is, these rods are uranium-235 or 233 nuclear fuels. They are kept over here. Now what happens is, one of these rods are bombarded by neutrons. So what this water does is, I told you water is a moderator. So it will reduce the speed of those neutrons. Alright. So and convert them into a slow moving neutrons. Now when that happens, when they hit this rod, what will happen? So they will create that nuclear reaction process starts. Alright. So see, basically power generation, what is the concept means, you have to get steam somehow, and you have to get this steam. This steam will rotate the turbines, and the turbine will be connected to an electric generator, and it will produce electricity. Alright. See, whether you go for a coal-fired power plant, or you go with a gas turbine power plant, or any type of power plant, the basic principle is, you need to have some sort of arrangement to rotate the turbine. And this turbine connected with the electric generator produce a lot of energy, electrical energy, and it will be connected to a substation. From substation, in the home you will get the current, power. Alright. So you need this steam. So for getting this steam, we use nuclear energy. So that energy which has been released in a nuclear reaction it has a lot of energy, so it heats up the water. So when it heats up the water, this hot water at high pressure, it is converted into a steam at high pressure. This hot water is converted into a steam, and this steam rotates a turbine. All right. Now, what is the role of this control rods means? I told you that 1 becomes 3, 3 becomes 9, 9 becomes 27. All right. This was first neutron. Here 3 neutrons created. All right. And they are again giving rise to 3 more. This is parent, daughter, this becomes parent, daughter, like this. So somehow if you can stop this, so every time only one will be going on, no? Every time only one will be going on. So that is a controlled process. So who is going to do that? These control rods are going to do that. It is a varying length, so it is dipped and removed like this. Alright. Moderator, what is moderator doing? Moderator is slowing down the speed of neutron. What is this control rods are doing? They ensure that every time only one neutron is participating in the nuclear fission. Alright. So every time from where we will get the water. So we have to recycle the process. So this steam at high pressure is converted to low pressure. It is condensed. So this is the coolant arrangement. Okay. So once this process is done, there is a coolant system which does what? वो जो भाप बन गया है पानी उसको फिर से पानी में कन्वर्ट करता है. It converts again back into the water. It is at a low pressure, so pump is used. So it is pumped up and again reintroduced into the same system. So it is a cyclic process. बार बार पानी कहाँ से लाएंगे, है ना? Initially water is used, converted into steam using nuclear energy. This steam is rotating the turbine. Turbine is rotating the electric generator. From there you are going to substation and home, etc. Okay. So the same water using a coolant system, it is condensed, converted back into water. It is at low pressure. You are using pump to again pump into the system back. Same water will be rotating and heat will be produced. That heat is used to create the steam and rotate the turbine. You have to rotate this turbine. Okay? So in every nuclear fission process, 200 mega electron volts of energy is released. So you can see how many rods you are putting and how many atoms are involved in this process, how much energy can be generated. And let me tell you, this whole system is kept under a, like, this is a system. I will draw a big dabba over here. Big dabba. What is a dabba? This dabba is a very, very thick concrete wall. Thick concrete wall. Its thickness can be in the range of 10 feet also. 10 feet thickness. 7 to 8 feet thickness. Minimum you can say. 2 meters usually. Not 10 feet. 6 feet you can say. Usually it is 2 meter thickness walls. What is the thickness of the walls when you are seeing in the house? It is only 230 mm, no? 9-inch walls. So here it is 2 meter thick. Why? Because anything wrong happens, you did some mistake here. The control rods not used properly, and this converts into an uncontrolled process. Then what will happen? This whole process will convert into a bomb, an atom bomb. Alright. So this whole system is kept under a thick concrete wall as a precaution. India has a few nuclear reactors. Okay. Wherein we are using this, but this is the best form of creating energy. No other system can produce this much energy which a nuclear reactor can does. But here the risk is very high. Anything wrong happens, then it can be a devastating experience. Well, one more question is this: control rods, usually cadmium, boron, sometimes steel rods also are used as a control rod. So there will be an operator here. He will be monitoring this. The whole setup will be in a computer. So he will be monitoring it. How that K factor I told you, no? That K factor should not go beyond 1. So based upon that, he will moderate this. And this moderator can be water, heavy water, or heavy water. Heavy water will further reduce the speed. Alright. So fast moving neutrons, will it create a chain reaction? Means usually fast moving neutrons don't create a chain reaction. It is a slow moving neutrons only which will create a chain reaction. So the moderator purpose is also to slow down the speed of the neutron. Okay. And I told you why neutron is used, because neutron has a, a property that it can penetrate more. It has mass almost equal to proton. So if you want to, it should have a good mass. It should be electrically neutral. I told you, if you are hitting this, it should be able to hit this with sufficient momentum. So it should have good mass, and for that purpose, and it should be electrically neutral, because if it is a proton kind of a thing, plus plus will repel each other. So this is the whole process of a nuclear reactor. I hope you have understood this. Okay, let us meet in the next class.